Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. So a moment now to see the story for Tobias Harris.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
And a look at the starters for the Pistons. Inside for him, it's Harris and Duran. The backcourt pair will be Cunningham and Ivy. And it's Thompson in at the 3, the small forward. And for Atlanta, the front court is Rizichet and Johnson. Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's Okongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now here is Harris. Jalen Johnson missing his last shot. Ivy with the bucket.
Oh, how about the quick thinking by Ivy? I love when he goes right at it with the shot.
Cunningham against Young. Pass to Okongwu. Here's the teardrop. Rebounded by the Hawks. Their last encounter was in Detroit, where they were able to handle the Pistons.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Yeah, never stopped working. One of those games where just everybody was making shots, continual flow, and a very professional win.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. When you talk about a guy taking a leap, Jalen Johnson took huge steps forward in his 3rd NBA season.
Kevin, how many times have we seen it where a really talented young player is playing on a team that has star power, and so naturally they're able to settle into the role they're going to play? That is what has happened with Jalen Johnson. I expect him to take another leap forward this season.
And Johnson drops them both. Greg, since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams too. Everything is on the table tonight. Let's see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Yeah, not really much of a flow offensively yet. Only 1 of 4 from the field.
Young against Duran. Daniels kicks to Young. Back to Daniels. Pass to Rizichet. 4 on the clock. Here is Daniels. Jacks up a 3. Good D by Thompson. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Cunningham. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And how about Cade just pushing through that time to finish it off?
For Atlanta, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And Young kicks to Daniels. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Daniels has got his second basket of the night.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Oh, and here comes Young all alone. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's going to be on Cade Cunningham.
Trae Young in this game is playing completely in control and taking advantage of defenders being overly aggressive.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
First one falls for him. Recent times have certainly been tough in Detroit. Break 14 wins last season, a franchise record low.
And Kevin, if you look, Detroit's last 5 seasons, 23 wins is the most they've had. So their fan base hungry for a winner in the Motor City.
Now here's Thompson. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Pass to Duren. On the wing, Harris. Covered by Johnson. Shot clock at 5. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Cunningham for 3. Atlanta with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Young. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
And one of those guys, Brent, who can take over a game, sometimes from beginning to end, is Trae Young.
It is remarkable, Kevin, especially at his size in today's game. It reminds me a lot of playing against Allen Iverson, a guy who could dominate the game as a small player, and that's what Trae is. But what he can do offensively, the instincts that he shows, the way he can get it going offensively, he's truly a remarkable talent in terms of a small guy dominating a big man's game.
So, Brent, when you were playing, what was your approach to the first game of a back-to-back? Anything different?
No, really nothing different, Kevin. I mean, the games just pile up. So go back to your routine, staying with your routine, making sure you're on time with when you eat your meal, when you get to the arena, when you're doing your pregame warm-up. A lot of those things allow your mind to settle in to what it is your body is about to go through to compete every night on an NBA floor.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. And our third month into the season, things becoming a little more clear in the power rankings. You take a look at the Trailblazers. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And I think for the Hawks, they just can't seem to find the mojo they need to move up the rankings. They've tinkered with their lineup, but so far they just keep getting the same results.
On defense, Atlanta, they lead by 7. Harris against Johnson. Harris's shot is off, and it's the Hawks' ball. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Here's Daniels, and the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Pistons trail by 7. Pass to Ivy. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Daniels with it, and stolen by Ivy. Oh, and here we go. Cunningham heading to the hoop. And then Cunningham with the dunk.
And there's something special about Cade Cunningham and his explosiveness when he's in transition like that. That's a quality shot.
Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to New York.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, also, anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Thompson outside. And it's sent back by Okongwu. Here's Daniels. Good D by Thompson.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
It's stolen by Cunningham.
Well, they've weathered their turnovers so far.
Ricochet with the steal. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And stolen by Ivy. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. Detroit shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
For Jaden Ivey, the offense, Brent, looks great. Defensively, though, there's a lot to improve on.
Well, sometimes as an individual defender, you can look worse because the team defense isn't there. And so there's been sort of this reflective quality about that. But for Jaden to take on or take the next step, certainly defensively, with all of that athletic ability, he could be elite on that end of the floor.
Now, here is Young. His last outing, he had 18 points. Going inside. And that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. And we've got a moment now to check out the Eastern Conference standings and see where everyone is sitting as things begin to settle down just a bit through the midway point of the season. You look at the Hawks. They're down at the 7th position right now. Decent start to the season, but they're looking to make a move. And, of course, the Pistons. They're much further down in the standings right now. For three, Harris.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Young with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. Three-pointer, LeVert. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Pistons trail by 6. Ivy, no one around him. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. Ivy's got 5.
Wow, Ivy just takes off. That high-effort transition play, that's what will make him an asset moving forward.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. Looking for a breather and maybe just one or two things to talk about. Let's pause for a moment to show you the teams that have been the best on the glass over the course of the month. The Hawks second.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Atlanta leading by 4. LeVert the pass to Johnson. Pass to Daniel. Johnson the screen. Okongwu down low. Defended by Duran. And Okongwu slams it in.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Cunningham after the basket by Atlanta. Now here is Harris. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham.
Oh, solid three-point marksman. Harris has that inside-outside offensive game.
Now Young, checking some stats on him right now. He's averaging just around 22.5 points a game. Pass to LeVert. And it's a defensive 3-second violation.
And what strikes me about Cade Cunningham is he's still growing. He's still capable of doing more on the floor, and he has the work ethic and attitude to make those improvements and become a real factor on the floor.
And the technical free throw is good.
Not only is Young an excellent free throw shooter, he's also mastered the art of drawing those fouls.
Shot clock at 6. Okongwu kicks to Daniels. Lets it go. Rebounded by Cade Cunningham.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Left side, Harris. Pass to Duran, and it's sent back by Okongwu. And they'll get another chance. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Onyeka Okongwu. And when you take a look at Jalen Duren, a big man, Greg, who seems to get better each and every season.
Well, you know, he averaged a double-double in his second season. I especially like how hard he goes after rebounds. This guy has a bright future in this league.
Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Brent, something the Detroit Pistons unit does so well is push the pace in their games.
Yeah, you love to lean into young players and that vibrant athleticism, but you also have to understand that playing fast comes with quick decision making, and sometimes those don't always go hand in hand. The experience that these guys will have in their growth together and how soon it is that they realize they can help each other, that's going to push them places faster and further than they even realize.
And Capella, one of the best shot blockers in the NBA. You can see his timing on that play.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, Jalen Duren, a physical specimen, is improving the finer points of his game, including his vision. He said, "I feel like I've always been a good passer. I've developed more of that as my young career has gone on, understanding the league better and how to win." Kevin?
Yeah, you know, it takes time, but nice to see his development.
And Capella just smashing through the contact on the inside that time.
So it's the Pistons now. They trail by 1. Pass to Ivy. Young against Cunningham. Teardrop shot. Rebound, Atlanta. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And the burst that Daniels has on his drives, that's a nice finish as well.
Pistons trail by 3. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to talk to his guys. And with this era of the Atlanta Hawks, Greg, they've gone as far as their defense has let them.
You look back at their conference finals run in 21, that was the last time they had a top 10 defense. So scoring's never been the issue with this core, but defense has been non-existent.
Both teams will make substitutions. Over to the wing. There's the lob to Duren. Here's Krejci. Down low, stolen away. And now the Pistons fast break. And Hardaway gets it to go. And the Pistons lead by 1. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
Just a great job so far applying pressure defensively. The opposition is on their heels with the ball in their hand. Nightmarish clamps thus far.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team. His touch has left him in this quarter nowhere close to the kind of output they need from him.
Pass to Schroeder. Fontecchio. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep three-point territory, Johnson with the rebound. Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Krejci passes to LeVert. To the wing on the left. From past the arc. Krejci, no good. The Pistons leading. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Fontecchio. Duren against LeVert. Tries again. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Good work by Duren. He has a lot of little moves in there.
And when it comes to Jalen Duren, Brent, is it fair to say some teams regretted not drafting him?
Well, maybe a handful, Kevin. I mean, there's a particular way that you want to play or use that position with how you get out there offensively. Jalen is a proven big. This guy is physical and strong and can rebound and gives you a different presence on the inside.
That free throw, no good.
Well, a former lottery pick in Jalen Duren, and what you love about him is he plays with energy and great passion.
Detroit making a switch here. Thompson's checked in, so he comes up empty at the line.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Pass to Johnson. Here's Krejci. He's guarded by Schroeder. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. 5 on the clock, trying to get something going. Detroit with the rebound. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
They get it back. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Performed well thus far this season with a 78% clip.
Well, Schroeder out there still hustling around. He uses that speed and some of his cunning to find those passing lanes.
The Pistons making a change here. Reed's checked in. Now here's LeVert. Scoreless thus far. Rizachet with it. Pass to Capella. Now here's LeVert. He's guarded by Schroeder. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Schroeder, one of those guys who likes to change speeds on the floor and uses it to great effectiveness.
Now Rizachet. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game, and he makes that one. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. It's Detroit up by 3. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. Guys, what do you think so far from what we've seen from the Pistons?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
Detroit leading by 3. On the court for the Pistons, Hardaway is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Paul Reed. Then it's Asar Thompson.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide-open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
LeVert finds Capella. Back to LeVert. It's stolen by Schroeder. Left side Hardaway. Thompson the bounce pass. 6 to shoot. Here's Schroeder. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Great move off the dribble from Schroeder there to lose the defense.
Pass to Rizachet. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Now Nance goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's on Asar Thompson.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
That free throw good from Nance. For years, it seemed like the league was going to go smaller. But lately, Greg, it seems like size is back in fashion.
Yeah, I mean, look at the MVP award, right? Centers and Jokic and Embiid winning it recently. Even Giannis, I wouldn't consider him small. And just overall around the NBA, it feels like bigger teams are having more success.
The Hawks trailing. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And it's Ricochet missing. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Running it down their throats. 3 straight baskets there in transition.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's ready to talk things through with the team. And now let's have a look at the teams that have had the quickest hands in the NBA during the past month. In fourth, the Pistons.
What a month they've had defensively. I mean, they've really gotten after it on that end of the floor.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Schroeder against LeVert. To the paint. It's tipped. Hands in the high post. Working on Thompson. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And Ricochet, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And he can't get the first one. And Brent, for all the talent the Atlanta Hawks have had in recent years, playoff success has not been there.
Well, close to the finals in 2021, but they haven't been past the first round since. I think the 21 run actually accelerated expectations for this team a little bit beyond where they were in their development. So they've come back to earth just a little bit. We'll see if next year they can build to get back to a position where they can have playoff success.
And Atlanta has possession. Tim Hardaway unable to get his last shot to go. Pass to LeVert. Rebounded by Hardaway. Pistons leading by 3. Fires from deep. Cans it from downtown. Hardaway has got 5 now.
Well, that's a rhythm shot, and when Tim Hardaway Jr. finds that kind of rhythm, he becomes a much more solid offensive option.
Capella kicks to LeVert. Out left to the wing. Here's Ricochet. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Well, Capella's got to use the tools that he has, and it's that size on offense that he can command the defense's attention.
The Hawks have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight. That's good from Capella. No good on the second free throw.
Capella has finished in the top 3 in offensive rating for a couple years now, and he's up there in most years with the highest field goal percentage in the league.
Now here's Schroeder. 20 points for him last game against the Rockets in Houston.
And you could tell the defense was really nervous dribbling or passing the ball anywhere near him in that one. He took advantage of their indecisiveness continually throughout the night, racking up 3 steals.
The Hawks trail by 5. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Capella with a screen on Schroeder. Inside. And Capella the bucket on the assist by Ricochet. Ricochet has got 3 assists tonight. Detroit's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Schroeder outside. The 15-footer and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Schroeder staying aware and excellent at going straight into the defense in order to get the foul.
For Detroit, they have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2. The first free throw is good. Atlanta making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. And a switcher also for Detroit. Stewart's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Now here's LeVert. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. The Hawks working the ball around. Capella with a screen on Schroeder. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Poke loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And guys, that block could really help change the momentum of this game.
Pass to Buffkin. Nance against Stewart. Here's Buffkin. It's stolen by Schroeder. Pass break Detroit. Sinks that one from the post. 6 points for him.
Well, we've seen Schroeder stepping up more as a distributor, leading this ball club now.
The Hawks trail by 7. Here's Mann. Hasn't made one yet. In the corner, Nance with it. Back to Mann. Just 5 to shoot. To the middle. Shot from 12. It's hauled in by Stewart. Pistons leading by 7. Down low, here's Reed. And the dunk by Reed.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Buffkin. Mann in the corner. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Buffkin. Takes the elbow jumper and drains it. Buffkin's got his first basket of the night.
Where was the D on that one? Just too easy.
Hardaway passes to Schroeder. Into the lane. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Clint Capella.
The one thing about Dennis Schroeder as a point guard that you have to respect is he's fearless about attacking the rim.
Pistons have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Schroeder hits them both.
And just over 80% from the line right now. A big improvement over what they shot in that first quarter.
Young against Schroeder. Okongwu down low. Capella kicks to Daniels. Young from outside. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Young's got 8.
Young with some of the fastest hands in the NBA. Easy to see why.
And so it's Detroit with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Duran. Now Cunningham. Fires the three. It's hauled in by Clint Capella. Capella's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Daniels. Detroit with the rebound. Duran's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
Pistons leading by 7. There's the lob for Harris.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. They'll be playing host to Toronto for the next one. And that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Here's Schroeder. He's got 10. Pass to Cunningham from downtown. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got 3 assists in the game. And here's Daniels. Back to Young. Fires the 3. Duran pulls it in. Duran's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. And slam dunk by Ivy.
And man, can Ivy fly. I mean, a big-time finisher.
The Hawks trail by 12. And here's Young. 8 points for him. Daniels with it. Okongwu trying to break free. And that one's good. Daniels has got 11 points. And timeout called by J.B. Bickerstaff. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. He's checked in for Atlanta. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Jaden Ivey. Here's Cunningham. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. He's looking for Duran and finds him. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got 8 rebounds in this game. Schroeder against Young. Pass to Rizichet. No good on the triple. Pistons leading by 10. To the paint. Kicks it out to Schroeder. The three-pointer, no good. Atlanta has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Daniels. And he lays it straight in. 13 points in the game. Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Now here is Harris. 17 points for him last game against Houston.
not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Offensive rebound. Shea. No good with the layup.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
The Pistons have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. A free throw off from Harris. Detroit leading by 8. On the wing, Thompson. Pass to Duren. Schroeder outside. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Detroit, no good that time either. Hawks shooting about 42% so far. Young dishes to Johnson. Drains it from beyond the arc. That's now 8 points for Jalen Johnson.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
.144 left in the first half of basketball. Schroeder passes to Duren. To the inside. And Thompson throws it down.
And when he lets the athleticism take over, Thompson can do almost anything.
1:27 left now here in the second. Young passes to Okongwu. Young outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Young's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they're shooting really well from long range this quarter. They should keep looking to the three-point shot for some extra offense.
Cunningham outside. Back to Schroeder. Thompson for 3. Drops in the tray. Thompson's got 5 points so far.
If he develops a consistent three-point shot in his first few years, Thompson's going to be scary.
56 seconds left to play here in the half. Young against Schroeder. And Young kicks to Okongwu. Here's Johnson. A defense that time from Duren.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And a wide open look for Cunningham. No good with the triple. The Hawks trail by 7. On its way from Young for 2. Johnson gets the bucket.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the first half. Now, here's Cunningham. Defense is right there. Six on the shot clock. From deep. The shot, no good. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Pistons lead by 5. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. With Coach Quinn Snyder. Quinn, what has to happen in the second half?
Well, we got to keep getting stops and really just make plays. Make plays on the offensive end and be solid defensively. No magic.
It's a pretty simple game, right, Coach? Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Thanks for being with us. First off, how about we start with an update on the All-Star voting?
At times in the past, we've teased the fans for how they voted. But it's not easy, man. There's a lot of talented guys out here. I love to see who's leading so far.
Don't give them too much credit, Kenny. Some fans know what they're talking about. Most don't.
And talking about our game now, a very solid first half for the Detroit Pistons.
You look at their success so far, and the result is great execution. They're playing within themselves and within the system.
Which I suppose accounts for the low turnover total. Or that's just me. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Pistons leading by 5. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Rizachet in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Cunningham with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Cunningham against Young for the 3. And it's Rizachet with the rebound.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Daniels passes to Young. Johnson with it. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. It's Young on the wing, covered by Cunningham. Here's Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And Detroit has possession after the basket by Atlanta. Pass to Ivy. There's the triple. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here is Daniels. Ivy defending. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Daniel's such a shifty player. He has a myriad of ways to get to the free throw line.
For Atlanta, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them. He misses the free throw.
Yeah, for Daniels, it's still about finding his niche. It's the potential of Daniels that keeps you tantalized, the swingman that can play multiple defensive positions.
Deflects the pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. And now here's a quick peek at the best rookie free throw shooters over the course of the past month. Third is Zachary Rizachet.
He has been locked in at the line, taking complete advantage whenever he's got an opportunity to put points on the board.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And they double up Cunningham. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. Cunningham's got 3 assists tonight. And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
A moment to check out Cade Cunningham here. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. He's averaging 20 points, 5 assists, and 3 rebounds. And you look at the numbers he's been putting up, fantastic scoring production from him.
Yeah, hard to ask for anything more at this point. He's really stepped up, and he's really delivered.
Now, here is Young. 11 points in the game. Pass to Okongwu. Nailed from three-point land. 9 points for Onyeka Okongwu.
And Trey knows he's going to get all the attention, does a good job of finding the open man.
Harris outside. Over Johnson. Harris's shot is off.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
A shot by Johnson, no good. The Pistons have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Here's Ivy. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Trains the 3-pointer.
And Daniel's just putting it all together right now. Keep feeding the hot hand.
Cunningham passes to Ivy. And Thompson kicks to Harris. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer. Harris has got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Pistons. Now Young. Pass to Rizichet. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And with an 86% free throw average, you can count on him to come through on most trips.
One shot.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Back to Cunningham. Looking to end his cold spell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Trae Young. Brent, we talk about guys on the brink of stardom. Cade Cunningham is right there.
Yeah, the 2 areas you'd love to see Cade improve on is just taking better shots and making plays for others. He has that instinctually, Kevin, as a point guard at his size. But as his team grows, the appreciation for what Cade Cunningham can do on the floor, that will grow too. The drive to be great is something that Cade Cunningham quietly possesses, and he has all the tools to be a very special player.
And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. On the wing, Daniels. Pass to Rizichet. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Asar Thompson.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
The Hawks have gone 9 of 13 from the line. And he sinks the second. And the Pistons with possession here. 4-point game. And that game will be game 3 of 5 away from home. Thompson, a screen on Young. Young against Cunningham. And there's the drive. Here's Durant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Defense has to know Duran will not back off. He wants to get down there and be physical.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle. The hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
He hits the second from the line. Now, here is Young. 11 points in the game. Johnson outside. Back to Young. Pass to Daniels. Clock at 6. Here's Ricochet. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
A snappy pass there from Daniels. He knows moving the ball well is a big part of why he's got court time.
Thompson outside. Harris against Johnson. Harris dishes to Thompson. Pass to Ivy. Shoots the 3. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots, not the wild one he took there.
Ricochet with it. He's covered by Thompson. Now Daniels. Johnson surveying the floor. Young with no one around. And it's all evened up. 14 points for Trae Young.
Good up-tempo play there from Young, firing that shot off before the D could react.
And J.B. Bickerstaff has called a timeout. He wants to talk to his guys.
And taking a look at some stats here for Daniels, his last 10 games, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And as you said, #1 in steals this season. He's the sneakiest ball hawk in the league right now. Hide everything you've got because he's coming after you. Harris outside. Pass to Thompson. Six to shoot. To the paint. And stolen by Okongwu. Here's Johnson. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Bam! Jalen Johnson taking flight.
The Pistons have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And it's Harris off the drive. He can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. That's tipped and stolen by Ivy. Pass to Harris. Here's Cunningham. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 3 assists in the game. Hawks have gone 6 of 9 from the floor here in the second half. They've got to be happy with that. Johnson left side. Young against Cunningham. Back to Young. Shot clock at 6. Johnson sets the screen for Young. No good from the wing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Cunningham passes to Duren. And Duren slams it in.
A strong finisher at the rim. That's Jalen Duren.
The Hawks trailing. Young with the ball. Now defended by Cunningham. Johnson outside. The Hawks again can't hit. He's gone 3 for 4 from the line. A free throw off from Harris. So for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Ricochet. Mann comes in for Dyson Daniels. And it's LeVert in for Young. Now here is Hardaway. He's got 5. Harris finds Schroeder. There's the lob for Harris. And stolen by Okongwu. Out on his own on the break. Here's Mann. Moving it up. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And it's Schroeder with the ball. He brings it up for the Pistons. There's the lob to the hoop.
And really no longer a ball stopper. Harris has significantly improved his passing ability over the years.
For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. It's LeVert on the wing. Harris against Okongwu. Johnson outside. At the top of the key, Capella. Clock at 4. From 15 feet away. Rebound by the Pistons.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Harris. Up and in from the low block. Harris has got 9 points now in just the second half.
Tobias Harris getting a little bit creative, finding some room on the inside and keeping the defense guessing with that shot attempt.
Here's Mann. No scoring in this one. Johnson sends the screen for LeVert. Rebounded by the Pistons. Duran's got his 16th rebound on the night. Pass to Schroeder. Shoots over Johnson. And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
Detroit leading by 4. Over to the left wing. No good from outside.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here's LeVert. Pass to Johnson. Back to LeVert. From deep three-point land, Duran pulls it in. Duran's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Hardaway dishes to Schroeder. Now Harris. LeVert defending. Harris kicks it over to Schroeder. Floats one. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. Harris has got 5 assists tonight.
The floater is such a deceptive and unguardable shot. You can understand why Schroeder elects to go with it there. Sweet looking on the dip.
Here's Mann. Nothing on the board. LeVert in the corner. Pass to Okongwu. The Hawks again can't hit. Here are the Pistons with the ball. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard to see which teams over the last month have been best at scoring points off turnovers. Number 5, the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean, their defense has been really good, and it's led to a lot of easy opportunities on offense. Creating points off turnovers has been key.
So for the Hawks, Nance comes in for Okongwu, and it's Matthews in for Jalen Johnson. Reedy's checked in for Detroit. Fontecchio's coming in for Harris. Outside Matthews. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Up top, Capella. Nance outside. Here's Mann. And the 3 off target. Detroit leading by 8. Fontecchio finds Schroeder. On the wing, Hardaway. Covered by Nance. Shoots. And he hits the jump shot. Hardaway has got 7 points.
Yeah, so some operation right there out of the pick and roll, and Hardaway Jr. making a smart decision in that set.
LeVert against Schroeder. To the left wing. And here's Matthews for the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Matthews has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. LeVert against Schroeder. Reed a screen. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. "16 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's LeVert. Nance outside. And here is Capella. Tobias Harris, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Detroit. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. We come back right after this. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And on the floor for Detroit here in the fourth. We've got Dennis Schroeder. He's out there with Marcus Sasser. Reed out there with Hardaway. And it's LeVert missing. Pistons leading by 7. Here's Sasser. Sinks the triple. Sasser's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Man with it. Guarded by Hardaway. Here's LeVert. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
And got to push LeVert out of that area because he's very comfortable looking to score from there.
And for the Pistons, they're shooting at 44%. Pretty reasonable. Atlanta making a switch here. Buffkin's checked in. Schroeder against LeVert. Bounce pass, Schroeder. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Here's Reed. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That's on Clint Capella.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
What's up?
Reed no good on the free throw. The Hawks trail by 10. LeVert with the wide open look. A shot's good on the assist by Nance. LeVert's got 5 points now this quarter.
And you see the open floor speed of LeVert, a great athlete who just needs to stay healthy to reach his potential.
And the call will be against Karis LeVert. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Stewart's checked in for the Pistons. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Reed finds Schroeder. Stewart in the corner. And the shot falls short this time.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. And so it's Schroeder with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Stewart. Here's Sasser. And again, it's the Pistons missing. The Hawks trail by 6. Here's Buffkin. Out to Nance. Here's Buffkin. He's guarded by Schroeder. And now the pass break. Schroeder with the ball. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Nance.
Yeah, you got to be careful with Schroeder. He's explosive, and he's good at finding his way to the line because he uses that quickness well.
Matthews, he's checked in for Atlanta. Schroeder hits them both. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now here's LeVert. He's covered by Sasser. LeVert with it. Down low. Here's Capella. Some solid defense from Reed. Schroeder looking around. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him, and that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Here's Stewart. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Stewart's got his first points in this one.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Kept alive. Tries again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Thursday, they'll host the Toronto Raptors.
And the matchup with the Timberwolves, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
The first one falls. Young's checked in for Matthews. Detroit also making some changes. Fontecchio's coming in for Isaiah Stewart. And it's Cunningham in for Marcus Sasser. All free throws good from Capella. Pistons leading by 8. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Cunningham outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over LeVert. Drilled from 11 feet out.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Atlanta has gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Young passes to LeVert. Reed with the steal. And now the fast break. Schroeder with the ball. And he comes up with the deuce. Schroeder's got the lead up to 12 now for the Pistons.
Watching Schroeder put the team on his back has been entertaining, and he's scoring at a steady clip.
The Hawks have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. To the middle. Young outside. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Nance. 17 points for Trae Young.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Schroeder outside. Over Young. And it's Schroeder missing.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Here's LeVert. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Schroeder outside. Pass to Cunningham. Over Nance. Cunningham gets the bucket. And the Pistons lead by 11.
And the confidence growing from this young guard, Cunningham, dropping in the jumper.
Now LeVert. Man with it. Inside. Here's Young. Hits the layup after the sweep pump fake to freeze the D. 19 points for Trae Young.
And here we go. Trae Young doing his thing. Cooking with grease right now.
Pass to Reed. Now Cunningham. The 11-footer. And it's hauled in by Clint Capella. LeVert with it. Now defended by Cunningham. Man. Rebound by the Pistons. Fontecchio. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Fontecchio's got his first 2 points of the night.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Hawks trail by 11. Young looking it over. Pass to Capella. And here's Nance. He's covered by Fontecchio. They grab their own miss. Here's Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Capella, one of the best offensive rebounders in the league. It's because of his activity.
And Schroeder's got the ball here for the Detroit Pistons. Driving inside. And Capella sends it back. Here's the floater. And it's LeVert missing.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Just flat-out playmaking from Cade. This is why he was picked first overall.
Atlanta's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Young, right side, takes a 3. That one's not going to go. Pistons leading by 12. And it's Schroeder in the corner. From outside, off the mark.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
What a basketball journey for Simone Fontecchio. I love saying that name, Brent. Moving at 14 to chase his dream.
Well, Kevin, your accent is so good. How could you not want to say that name? Yes, of course. Hailing from Italy, this guy played at the top levels in Europe, and at the age of 27, finally made his way over to realize his dream of being an NBA player. This guy is skilled, and he's making some great adjustments to find a role in this league.
Now, here's Ivy. Count it. And the Pistons lead by 15.
And this is what you want Ivy doing, attacking lanes to the rim with confidence.
Atlanta's shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Johnson's shot is off.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's falling here since.
Thompson misses.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
The Hawks working the ball around. It's stolen by Duren. And now the fast break. Ivy with the ball over Young. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And that's 11 points for Jaden Ivey.
Too smooth from the mid-range. Defenders can't let Ivy get comfortable from there.
Atlanta with the ball. Trailing by 17. And Young kicks to Johnson to end the run. The basket good off the assist from Young. Young's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Pass to Fontecchio. Ivy on the wing. Fontecchio sets a screen. Johnson against Ivy. Good D by Johnson. Atlanta's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times.
And he's easily been their best rebounder tonight.
Well, he's been everywhere, and collecting those rebounds, that ends any kind of offensive possession and gets them started.
Fontecchio with it. He's covered by Daniels. Cunningham outside. 6 to shoot.
And Cunningham with that #1 selection, lots of expectations for him, so a steep learning curve to get to the level that he wants to play at, but he's got a great work ethic, and he's going to give you his best effort every night.
Harris is checked in for the Pistons. Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. During that last break, I heard J.B. Bickerstaff talking with his team. Now, Coach told his team, we're up. Take care of the ball. Don't give them the game. Playing smart basketball will clinch a victory for us. Guys?
Thanks, David. Now, here's Ivy. The kick out to Cunningham.
I like how Cunningham just refuses to settle on the play. He gets his shot off and then gets himself fouled.
And he knocks down the first one. And so Cunningham nails both of them. Now, here is Young. On the wing, Daniels. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons leading by 14. Ivy on the wing. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 6 assists here tonight. Atlanta calls timeout. They're down by 17. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Cade Cunningham.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring as well as he has, it's taken a lot of pressure off the rest of his teammates.
They'd lost 2 straight coming into this one, and he knew he needed to put his foot down. He's shown leadership tonight, getting them back on the winning track. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. To the middle. And Rizachet, the bucket on the assist by Daniels. Here's Ivy. Cunningham looking it over. Back to Ivy. Pass to Thompson. Cunningham against Young. And they double up Cunningham. And the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. Greg, you got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Well, you combine the handles and the passing and the vision of Cade Cunningham at that size, it makes him such an intriguing player.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Pistons.
Oh,
come on. So explosive. Get used to seeing a lot of that from Ivy. Wow.
Nice job capturing the moment on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. The Hawks trail by 19. Young right side. Johnson from outside. Duren pulls it in. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Pistons. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game. And Duren slams it in. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 20 rebounds.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Three-pointer, Daniels hits it from three-point range.
And good recognition there from Trey. It's part of his role. He's got to find open guys.
Cunningham against Young. Cunningham inside. Out to Harris. Fires for three. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. And the Pistons lead by 21.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight. Getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
They get it back. And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. But first, let's reveal our player of the game, Cade Cunningham.